Hello. So about a year and a half ago, I went on YouTube and I listened to an audiobook. It was called Brothers Karamazov. The writer's name is Dostoevsky. The book was written back in 1880, and the gentleman passed away a year later, so he never got the accolades that he did well deserved. And I listened to it from Horror Stories, was a subscriber on YouTube. Came in 3 different parts. Each part's 11 hours. One thing I noticed though, a lot of people after the first part dropped off. I don't know, but I feel like a good reason why is because the writer spends about hour and a half, 2 hours, I guess like 8, 9 chapters, on developing his characters through his narration. So you don't really feel what these people are about, their personalities, because it's just him discussing who they are, the history of them, and they get to a monastery around the 8th chapter, and Father Zima comes into play, and then the characters all meet up, and some of them haven't seen each other in a long time because they came from 2 different moms. It's 4 brothers is the main part, and I'm not going to say the novel takes off after that because it's 800 pages and it's long, but the fact that the writer put all that effort into developing these guys, you're gonna feel like, all right, it paid off dividends 5, 10 times over, because once you get into the heavy philosophy scenes and there's some court drama, some investigation drama, it's some of the best literature I've ever seen. And I read a decent amount, but it's something I find myself going back to as time goes on, just to listen to parts. It's overwhelming how good some of these characters are, and they're so different from each other. And this writer will never say, okay, this is a way you should view somebody, or while you're watching this, this is what should be happening, but it's not happening, which is great. I think that he put all these people on the page and just let them discover each other and find a way to communicate through problems. And a lot of writers, I feel the same way about this book, like Kurt Vonnegut from Slaughterhouse-Five. He wrote that this was the other book, I think, saying that can teach you everything. And I think he's reiterating kind of what I said. There's just so much depth in this novel that you just can't put it down when you get to certain chapters. I mean, there are some chapters that are slow, and you're gonna feel like, all right, let me wait and wait, 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 and then the good stuff's gonna come. But and then known atheists. There's a couple known atheists, Einstein and Freud, what two of the biggest people in the 19th, 20th century, and these guys are enamored by the book. Einstein said, I learned more from this guy than any other physicist. And he's arguably the best physicist. Like, why couldn't anybody else be in that level but this writer? And then Freud. Freud called Brothers Karamazov the best book ever written. It's funny. And then Will Durant, he's an American historian, passed away maybe 15, 20 years ago. He called Dostoevsky the best novelist. He called Shakespeare the best poet. And I don't want to give a breakdown of the book. You can go on Wikipedia, you can look at that, and you can find out the history of the book. But just if you have any interest in reading it, just hold on for the first 200 pages, 7, 8 chapters, and it's going to be well worth it. All right. Thank you.